don't have that. I'll squeeze down a little bit.
So I'm gonna let you.
All right.
That will show up, right? Yeah. It does.
Sometimes it does show up. Let's scoot down a little bit, just in case. All right.
Can you like swipe on the?
I know. I was trying to move that thing. Okay, let's go on with the show anyway. I don't care about that. I don't care you blocking me. Today we have a guest. We have Eddie. How you doing, Eddie?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Tell me about yourself, Eddie.
Well, I'm having the Infinity Toy and Comic Con on 27 August. It's at the Holiday Inn at 1724 North Alafaya Trail.
Okay.
Basically at the intersection of Alafaya and Colonial. It's 27 August, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
So if you're not familiar with the Central Florida area, is close by to UCF. So you know, if you want to be able to come here and support a local Comic-Con, this is your opportunity.
And for those who respond to this video, I actually got some free tickets, so I'll probably give the first 2 people who respond to us.
Cool, appreciate it.
I have some questions. What events are at the show?
Well, we're going to have a costume contest. We're gonna that'll be at 2 p.m. in the pool area, and we'll give out $300 worth of prizes. 4 categories, $75 each. One is kids, and for the kids, all kids get a prize.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah. And also we're gonna have a veterans raffle. I'm a veteran, and basically we're gonna have a raffle where you're gonna win some Deadpool and Captain America items.
Okay.
And that'll be 1 o'clock.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And we'll also have some posters that we'll be selling, and all proceeds will go to the VFW.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I know I'm gonna be there helping out. Just come out. You know, it's a great event, local event. Great group of people gonna be out there. And I was wondering, what made you want to do this type of show?
Well, I mean, I've been involved in comics a long time. It goes back to the 70s. I mean, it's a long time. And, I mean, it's fun. It's fun, and it's a nice way for me to bring my family into it, and they could learn how to run a show, and we could have fun and provide nice entertainment.
Yeah.
Good pop culture experience, not just comics.
Right.
You know, because really we're comics, toys, games, jewelry, comic-related merchandise. It's so much a variety now than what it was before.
How long have you been running this Infinity Toy and Comic Con?
This is our third one. Yeah, so you know we've done it for a little bit more than a year.
Okay.
And we've had fun doing it. Each one's been successful from day one. And you know, we're just gonna keep on doing it as long as we have fun and the fans like it.
Yeah, I have been up there twice, and anytime I go out there, I enjoy it. Great cosplay, great group of people actually competing there. Meet a lot of cool people. I mean, you guys have some nice, cool artists out there.
We do. Like I said, we try to have a diversity. Think about this show; it'll be different. You're going to see a lot of people that they're not dealers; they're just normal guys like you guys and me. And you know, they've been collecting for a long time, and they can't afford to go to MegaCon and pay that rent, or to Tampa Bay Con. The shows are great. I mean, they're great, but you know, they're you know, if you're a dealer, you can do it. But if you're a little guy and you're a collector, the one-day shows are attractive. And then to the consumer, you know, you go there and you're going to see people that you didn't see at the big shows.
True.
Selling at very good prices because they probably bought their merchandise such a long time ago.
Right.
So both sides have a good advantage here, both the seller and the buyer.
Yeah, I remember I met some actual, you know, some of the famous Marvel artists that was there from like the 70s, 80s, writing these comic books, drawn from these comic books, have a few signatures. Like I said, those here live in Orlando, go ahead and actually go out there, check it out. August 27th. Today, our other topic, we're going to talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. That's pretty much our awesome topic for Drop of the Week. This is episode 9. Pedro's going to tell us more about it.
Sure. So Spider-Man Homecoming is a Spider-Man movie that's coming out next year. I believe it's in July, if I'm not mistaken. And they've been coming out with reports and announcements. So there's a current report stating that a actor has been cast as the new Shocker for the movie. And as you guys know, I am a big proponent of Shocker because I feel he's a very underappreciated character in the Spider-Man comics. And he goes back, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from 1967.
Yes.
Yeah. Did I get that right? All right.
Yes.
So he's the historian here for comics, so he can verify.
Especially you know a lot about
I
Marvel.
would have brought the book here.
I know, man. It would have been awesome.
Yeah,
The first appearance and everything.
it is.
So yeah, he
ASM 46.
and the reason why I like this character so much is because he's kind of a low-level thug in a way. He's never like a big arch nemesis that Spider-Man has. He's always in conjunction with other villains in the Spider-Man mythos. So since we also have the reports of Michael Keaton being cast as Vulture, we can see a really cool team up with them together. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm Marvel's always been good
Yeah.
in taking the characters from the comics to the movies.
Exactly.
So I'm really interested to see what they do with that character. I mean, I remember the books.
Mhm.
John Romita Sr. drew the art. He had followed Steve Ditko, and the art's beautiful. The books are beautiful, so I'm really excited to see how Marvel's going to bring that character to the big screen in the movies.
I mean, we know it's going to be great because, I mean, once we saw Captain America 3 Civil War, I mean, some people had an issue with a young Spider-Man in that movie, but, like, for me, and I guess you guys, we all loved it. No problem.
For me, I think Spider-Man works better when he's a teenager.
Yeah, that's how he started.
Yeah. And I know some people was like, well, Spider-Man wasn't a teenager joining or being part of the whole Civil War. You gotta remember, this is the MCU. This is not the comic book universe. This is the Marvel Cinema Universe. And there's some things gonna be different. Like, for example, we got Scott Lang as Ant-Man instead of Hank Pym. And, you know, I like they pretty much MCU is trying to bring out most of the characters, especially the most current ones. Like, I know sooner or later we might hear from, like, oh, we'll have Miles Morales in the Spider-Man universe. You might have some other characters we haven't seen yet. And I like this MCU. Like, they're on the right direction. The Russo brothers keep on going. Like, Infinity movie, I'm hyped for it.
Indeed.
And Aunt May gets younger every movie.
And hotter, surprisingly.
Hotter. Yeah.
Hey, you know, that actress, she's actually older than she looks. So, I mean, hey, she's a hot, older actress. You know, she's probably in her 50s. No doubt, because, I mean, she was in the movies.
Melissa Tomei.
Yeah, she was in Robert Downey's movie. They were in the movie together a long time ago, like in the 1980s, from what I remember. So, come on, you can't say, oh, she's just young, but she looks young.
And Robert Downey will be in Homecoming too, so that should be interesting.
That'll be an interesting chemistry.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, go Spidey, go out, do your
We'll
superhero
tell
thing.
Tony.
I'll continue to take
We'll
it.
take care of Aunt May right now. Next topic is Transformers 30th Anniversary Blu-ray DVD.
I saw you then.
I love Transformers. You know, 1985, 86 around that time when it came out.
Comics?
You're talking about the animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about Transformers?
No,
It's not
not my area.
really, because they were once part of Marvel.
They were. It's the 70s, I remember that.
Okay. See, I wasn't sure if it was 70s or 80s.
So, like, the Transformers comic came out first in the animated series? The comics came out first, then the cartoon?
Oh, yeah, yes.
From what I heard, the Transformers are actually...
It was a toy first. And
yes. And it was actually another group before Transformers came out with their own toys, and I think they tried to have their own cartoon. And I think this was in Japan or somewhere else. And I don't remember exactly, but I knew that was it Hasbro pretty much bought them over, and they're like, we can't use this name. I think they were like called Microbots or something like that. So pretty much they're like, we're gonna call it Transformers, and Transformers been around for 30 years, and there's so many different variations. You have the Japanese version of Transformers, you have Beast Wars, you have first, second generation Transformers, and then the movies.
You lost me as like the first Transformers. I don't know what else you said.
Well, what happens
second.
when something's successful? There's all these derivatives that follow.
Yeah,
It's normal. It's normal.
like a different company puts out another Transformers.
Something similar but different.
Yeah, but like when I remember watching like first generation Transformers cartoons, they jumped into second generation, and from there I remember watching Beast Wars, somewhat related to the old Transformers cartoons. And then we saw these Transformers movies, and I know after that like those other cartoons came out after that.
How do you feel about the movies? I'm curious. I don't think we ever talked about the movies.
The movies, I love the first one. The first movie was my favorite, and then after that, it fell off.
So we have a similar opinion on that.
Yeah. What do you feel about it?
Oh, because I really enjoyed the first Transformer. Because I wasn't that big of a fan of Transformer growing up, so I just dig the movie, and then like the following sequels just kind of lost the plot and more action, less story.
Yeah.
Which happens with a lot of these like action movies.
Yeah, I mean they did their job. They entertained everyone.
The source material is not that deep.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
It's not. I mean, I was hoping at some point, like in the second movie or the third movie, we're going to Cybertron, where they're from. But nope. The next movie's coming out is called Last Night. I think that's coming out next year or 2018. I'm not 100% sure on that. They've revealed some new robots. They haven't shown anything about Optimus Prime right now. Once again, since the first movie, I don't have high hopes for this. It's just another Michael Bay. Hey, we have this,
It's okay. Marky Mark's gonna be in it.
I know Marky Mark's gonna be in Mark Wahlberg. I mean, great actor, but the great actor cannot save that franchise. I'm sorry, he's not Dwayne Johnson, okay? Dwayne Johnson can't even save Fast and Furious franchise. In my eyes, like Fast Furious, the fourth movie was good. Then everybody's like, oh, what we're gonna do after that? So they brought in Dwayne Johnson from Fast 5 and Fast 6 and 7. And then I don't know if he's gonna be in Fast 8. But like there's movies that are out there for so long. They think they're bringing in a different actor to hype up the movie franchise, like Transformers. They have Mark Wahlberg. Yes, I watched it, and when they said they have the Dinobots in there, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be maybe cool. But then when I saw Optimus Prime riding on Tyrannus Grimlock is pretty much the Tyrannosaurus Rex Dinobot.
I just love Steve's face.
And I was like, how did they allow that? Because Grimlock, in the anime series, in the comic books, he would never allow Optimus Prime ride. He would actually beat his ass for that. So, yeah, I was like, and overall that movie, once again, it was just horrible plot.
So,
all action-packed.
So how do you feel about, them bringing the 30th anniversary of the anime movie into,
it's gonna be Blu-ray. They're gonna have the classic, soundtrack probably in there. I'm actually gonna go get it. I love that Transformers movie. That's my childhood right there. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that DVD when it comes out. Transformers is one of my favorite set of toys that I wish I could have had collect. But there's so much. There's probably over 300 action figures of Transformers out there. There are Insectoids, there are Autobots, Decepticons, Predacons, Construction Cons, Dinobots, and there's so much more.
Construction Con?
Yes, Construction Cons.
So, what do they transform into?
There's
construction vehicles?
Pretty much you have your construction vehicles that form into a one large bot. Like you saw, I don't know, Transformers 2 or the third one. Yeah, but that's, like I said, I don't count those movies because they were just bad.
See, I feel like my mother right now when I try to explain comics to her.
So yeah, for those who have no idea about Transformers, go ahead and Netflix it or Amazon Prime Videos, YouTube Transformers. I don't want to have a good 20 other minutes of discussion on Transformers. I'll probably do a slideshow podcast, put out some pictures out there, describe each character. The main characters like Optimus Prime and Megatron. What else we have on mind? Oh, Suicide Squad. Have you seen it?
No, not yet. Probably this weekend.
This weekend. When you saw those trailers, what is your take on the characters or pretty much Joker?
I can't judge it on the trailers because you know how it is with the movies. Sometimes you see a trailer and it doesn't fit into the it doesn't tell you the story, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. You don't want to know the story
Yeah,
before you go in there. I mean, like I remember the Civil War trailer. You know, they had a shot of Bucky shooting, and then a War Machine falling. But that was not what happened in the movie. So you got to reserve judgment. You just gotta you gotta sit down, watch the movie with an open mind, and then make you could. Like it or not.
See, I like what you say because there's a lot of people out there. It's like, oh, Jared Leto, he looks weird. He doesn't look like the Joker. He sucks. And I'm like, what? Did you see the movie? No, you did not see the movie. So you make these negative, ignorant judgments, comments out there.
I feel like it's digging something deep inside you.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I was just pretty pissed on my last video when somebody told me, oh, Heath Ledger was the best Joker when there's other actors out there who played the Joker. I mean, you guys saw the past Batman movies. I mean,
TV too. Cesar Romero.
Thank you. And he was in that first Batman movie with Adam West. Yeah, I saw that movie probably 3-4 times in my life.
Yeah.
Like I'll go on Netflix right now or something. And I'm like, what? I just feel like watching a Batman movie, and I'm like Adam West because I grew up watching Adam West cartoon. I mean, not cartoon, the series. When he punch you, you see those words, pow. That was so cool. Like, that was the actual first type of Batman show I was watching. And then later, Batman animated series. Mark Hamill, amazing Joker. Honestly, if I had to say the best Joker, it would have to be Mark Hamill. Because he's been in the game for 20 years, or over 20 years at this point. But honestly, my favorite Joker
was live action.
Yeah, is Jack Nicholson.
Oh, okay.
Because he was
Can't go wrong with Jack.
He was silly, he was funny, he was crazy. He at one point he looked like he's not gonna kill, then he just kills you. And then when I looked at Suicide Squad, and before Suicide Squad, I saw Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger did a great job. I liked his acting, but he's not my favorite Joker. I can't say he's better than this guy. Because I feel every actor who portrayed Joker took a little bit of that Joker from the comic book or the cartoon series that was out there. And first of all, Joker is a very complex character. One minute he's just psycho, another minute he's just calm and just want to be silly, want to, I don't know, gas up the whole Gotham City so everybody can laugh their ass off, and sooner or later they'll probably die, whoever. It's been like that in his comic books, and if you watch the Batman animated series, you'll appreciate
it's complicated.
Exactly. And then what I love about this Suicide Squad movie with Jared Leto is they show flashbacks with him and Harley Quinn. And I saw some scenes that are kind of related to the comic book, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy. Even if he was in there for only 7 minutes, and I actually timed it like 7 minutes and 28 seconds. So for those who want to say Heath Ledger is better than him, you're talking about a guy who was in the movie for 40 something minutes compared to 7 minutes. And Jared Leto's going to probably be in a Suicide sequel. He's probably going to be in the next Batman movie, because I heard the Batman movie is going to be in Arkham Asylum.
Ooh.
I heard those rumors, and that's going to be the movie that actually introduced some of Batman villains like Two-Face, Clayface, and Catwoman. Is there anything you guys want to say on that?
No. With the Joker, it's just like with any comic book character. Like if you're gonna portray him, like you just take your own interpretation, because like basically we read this, art form in the color comics and just interpret what that character is in our minds. And that's why I feel with all these different actors I've done over the years with Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill, Heath Ledger, and now Jared Leto. It's just their interpretation, and you should all embrace it. They're all doing their own different takes. So, like you said, Joker is a very diverse character. He's not one key note. He has different ways to be interpreted.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I love his style. I know in DC Rebirth they haven't talked about him besides saying there might be 3 different Jokers, but I think they're meaning there's 3 personalities. You know, that's what probably they meant. Speaking of DC Rebirth, how I know you've been reading up on it.
Yeah, I've been reading DC Rebirth, and like I always say, it's refreshing as a new comic book fan trying to keep up with all the different continuities and all the different characters. It's easy to follow up, and if you want to pick up in any other series, you can pick it up and you don't have to worry about 70 years of comics behind that. You can just pick it up and hey, they may reference something, you can just look it up on the internet. That's something we have now that we didn't have in the past.
True. I love YouTube. They do have their some comic books out there. I love Marvel. Marvel looking okay so far. Marvel Civil War started a bit slow for me. Marvel Civil War Part 2, not the first one.
Civil War 2.
It's getting better, especially right at Civil War Book 4. And like I said, I hope they don't kill no more heroes. They killed Bruce Banner. What was horrible. Hey, I'm sorry if you guys did not read any of it. Go ahead, buy the books or just Wikipedia it. I don't care. They killed Bruce Banner. They killed.
Do you already keep up with the comics, Steve? Do you keep up with the current comics?
I'm too busy with Infinity Toy Comics.
Oh.
So, believe me, there's so much to do.
I'm blaming you. It's a big event.
There's promoting and just planning.
Indeed.
Planning, execution. I'm just focused there.
Oh, okay.
I got my kids, my family. Between that, I'm pretty much don't have much time for a lot of other things.
That's true. Well, everybody, I hope you guys have a good time listening to us. Yeah, have a good day. Peace out.
Cool.
Out. Whoa. What's going on here? It's like every time, I swear.